What's going on, guys? It's your boy Triple S here, and today we're back at it again talking about Skullgirls and its upcoming DLC characters. Ever since Umbrella was confirmed to be the next playable character to join the roster, everyone's been revisiting old theories and coming up with new ones to try and predict the other two characters in the season pass. So today we're going to take a look at 3 of the most notable fan theories to see if they might help us figure out who the most likely candidates are for the next DLC fighters. So the first theory we're discussing today is Fukua ending theory. At the end of Fukua's story mode, Philia looks into her bathroom mirror to find that her likeness has been replaced by Fukua's. After the credits, the mirror cracks and Fukua is joined by Annie and Umbrella. The theory here is that Annie and Umbrella were being hinted as becoming playable later on. And yeah, this theory was 100% correct. Both Annie and Umbrella were not only revealed to be fighters later on, but they were actually the very next 2 fighters to be announced, after the release gap lasting more than half a decade. The only problem with this theory is that it's already run its course, so it can't give us any more hints as to who we might see join the roster after Umbrella. The next theory is one that I consider pretty telling, and it's Keychain Theory. Basically, Skullgirls had some keychains made and sold on the 86th website, and these keychains featured all the playable characters as well as Annie, Umbrella, Marie, and Minette. Annie and Umbrella have been confirmed since, so according to this theory, the next 2 characters should be Marie and Minette. Now, while I don't think the keychain characters were chosen to coincide with future DLC characters, I do think that they chose a few of the popular non-playable characters to make those fans happy. And since popular characters were chosen for the keychains, it shouldn't come as a huge surprise when some of those same characters get chosen for DLC later on. Apparently, 86 is also making a new Skullgirls keychain set to replace the current one, so that might be worth looking into later. But yeah, while Keychain Theory doesn't hold much water on its own, it can be used as a good measuring stick to see which DLC contenders are a cut above the rest. The final theory I'd like to take a look at today is what I like to refer to as Ice Cream Truck Theory. It's definitely the most wild of the 3 theories. On the Skullgirls mobile official forums, there was an FAQ post leading up to Annie's reveal that teased the identity of the upcoming character 3 times. And every time they'd instead show an image of a gag character with pretty much no actual chance of making it in. The 3 images were a CKN anchor, a skeleton, and an ice cream truck. The theory here is that rather than hinting at the actual character we would get in the form of Annie, these 3 images were instead hints at the 3 characters following Annie, with CKN anchor referring to Saithana, since an anchor was reporting on a story about Saithana during Parasol's story mode. The skeleton could refer to Marie, since she can control the undead, and the ice cream truck relates to Umbrella since she loves ice cream, and it's something she's often associated with. So far, this theory has gotten Umbrella right. The oddball in this theory is definitely Saithana, since aside from this, she doesn't have a ton going for her, aside from a modest following in the community. She doesn't have nearly as many supporters as Black Dahlia, Minette, or Ion. So seeing Saithana get picked over them would be a curveball to say the least. It also really doesn't help that Annie herself is completely absent from this theory. All in all, I think this is definitely one of the more fun theories to toy around with, but personally, I am in the camp of thinking that the hidden variable dev who made this post just picked random gag characters for fun, and there's nothing more to it than that. So before I tell you what I think can be gathered from all these theories, I want to briefly mention a character I only barely touched on in my previous Skullgirls video, and that is Irvin. Irvin is a private detective operating in the Canopy Kingdom who used to work alongside Big Band many years ago. He's kind of a special case when it comes to DLC candidates because he may not have been in the Indiegogo polls, but he still has a decent following. Now personally, I really don't have much of an opinion on Irvin since we don't know what his potential moveset could be. I will say that there are tons of male characters that I'd prefer to get in over Irvin based on design alone, including Brain Drain, Isaac, and my boy Stanley. If we were to get a character not from the polls as DLC, it stands a really good chance of being him. However, I think it's fairly likely that DLC will stay limited to the poll characters for quite some time, if not indefinitely. I just thought that Irvin was worth mentioning because he's definitely the first name that comes up when you start discussing adding non-Indiegogo characters to the game. So, what exactly are the big takeaways here? Can any of the theories I mentioned actually help us find out who the next DLC characters are? Well, yes and no. Fukua ending theory was almost definitely a hint intentionally left by the old dev team, but it's hard to say whether we'd get a hint similar to that now, since the dev team has gone through massive changes since then. If we did, that hint would probably take the form of something like ice cream truck theory, although admittedly that one's a lot more of a stretch than Fukua ending theory ever was. So that only leaves Keychain Theory. Whether the characters that were chosen to be keychains are hints or not is one thing, but either way this theory stands as a testament to the popularity of Marie and Manette in the Skullgirls community, and this is why I believe that those two will be the final characters of the season pass. However, one character that's absent from all these theories is Black Dahlia, but she's also immensely popular, so seeing her get in wouldn't surprise me at all. After all, crazy theories can only get you so far, and in the end the devs could surprise us with someone totally different like Fang, or Brain Drain, or Stanley. Please. I really like this shark. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video, so if you'd like for me to make more Skullgirls videos in the future, then be sure to like and subscribe so I know you guys enjoyed it. But with that, thank you for watching and I will see you later.